The Shunned Path, Schisms, Heresies, Rogue Chapters, and Lost Branches of the First United Church of Cthulhu. We've got a lot that have gone away. Facebook groups, the West New York chapter, inactive for a year. New England chapter, inactive for a year, except for one person still posting some of his Mythos YouTube links over there. Probably doesn't even realize he's the only one left. The Atlanta chapter. One post back in February. Before that, the last post was back in October 2021. But to be fair, she had a kid, probably a lot of other stuff to take care of, and she does drop into the main group. Germany chapter. Started March 29, 2024. Group is private, but the activity status says no new posts in the last month, and they probably crashed and burned already. Didn't make it a year. Facebook pages. The Greek chapter. Greece. Posted once last week. Before that was June 15th, 2021. I do believe the main guy is semi-active in the main Facebook group. Michigan chapter. Last post, August 27th, 2023. The Evangelical Church of Cthulhu found us, and the founder became one of our legally ordained priests on May 21st, 2016, but only posted about once a year, and the last one was May 19th, 2022. There are several other defunct Church of Cthulhu pages and groups on Facebook, but I don't know if those were ours or not. This t-shirt came out in the mid-2010s and could have been their inspiration to start their own Church of Cthulhu as opposed to being part of ours. We are located in Phoenix, Arizona, and there was even another Church of Cthulhu page started on June 13th, 2018 that said it was also in Phoenix and even posted a picture of me, my priest picture, from the Facebook group or the main page. Church page. There's only 3 posts, and they were all the same day it was made. So, someone else in the valley already crashed and burned. And here's a list of the other defunct chapters that we know are dead and gone a long time ago. Pittsburgh, Ohio, Flagstaff, another German one that actually had FUCC.DE. They're gone now. There was a second German one on Instagram. Finland had a couple, 2 or 3 that were no starts. Same with Canada. Nothing in California, despite ordained priests in LA. One person was, I think, in Northern California who tried to start it. Never happened. West Virginia never became active. Indonesia never happened. We have quite a few members in the Philippines, but nothing ever coalesced. The Order of Carcosa in southern Wisconsin is gone. Same for France. We had a couple there, but it's missing in action. There's one gentleman in the group from France who is, I'm not sure if he runs the convention, gaming convention, or he's just a part of it. But he's very active. He hosts Call of Cthulhu games. He's in our group. He posts. So he's still around. I don't know if he considers himself a full chapter or not. The Utah chapter, inactive for 2 years now. Eastern Tennessee never formed. London never formed. The official UK chapter has been inactive for a year. The Czech Republic Church of Cthulhu never formed. Haven't heard from Edinburgh, Scotland in 4 years. But I saved the funniest for last. And I took this seriously until I realized what was going on. We used to have a Church of Cthulhu in Nigeria. And that had a Facebook page, and they were holding church groups where they read and studied our unholy book, the Astronomicon. Now, this guy wasn't a Nigerian prince trying to give me his royal fortunes, but wouldn't you know it, it did turn out to be a scam. Apparently, he had failed at running a Christian church scam in Nigeria, so he started a Church of Cthulhu to try and scam his fellow countrymen instead. When that didn't work out after a year, he started asking for us to send him some money if we could get him citizenship in the US. After being turned down, he eventually dropped us and started a new Christian church scam instead. Now we do have a few that are still going pretty good. The Arkansas chapter is still around, but she was really active online, but sadly never gained any real traction in her home state. Plus, she's also got a kid, a job, real life to take care of, so, I ain't mad at nobody for taking care of their family first. Houston, East Texas, they got some land and did all the paperwork there in Texas and were legally recognized. I haven't heard from him in over a year. Once again, also someone with a busy job and real-world obligations. The Fane of Yog-Sothoth in mid-Missouri is doing good. The Sect of Eldritch Knowledge in Florida is doing good. And as one last memorial, our boy in North Carolina passed away on March 31st, 2025. Rest in power. Now, for the main event of Schisms. Start out with Sam. I had been running First United Church of Cthulhu's Facebook page, and Sam started the group for us on October 24th, 2016, as the first admin, and Dave Otto was soon added as the second. Very grateful to both gentlemen for getting it started. I'm not sure what really happened with Sam. He just stepped away from the admin role after several years without saying anything. He came back to the group about 4 years later, around 2023. He only commented a few times, but now his account is deleted. And the worst part about Facebook is that it deletes all the private messages you had with that person. So Sam is gone for good. John took Sam's place. He was up in Portland, Oregon. Back on October 15th, 2020, you remember that year, don't you? We got word that John was going away and wouldn't be back for a while. Now, right before that, he had mentioned going and playing in the protests. But we did get later confirmation that, yes, John was in prison. March 1st, 2022, one of his friends posted a news report about a car accident on John's Facebook wall. Unfortunately, the link is now broken, but she also added an RIP beneath it, so we can only assume that John has now returned to the void. Now, John was not political. 0 posts about everything that was going on at that time. And since we will probably never know what really happened, I'm going to assume that John was down at that protest causing chaos, throwing Molotovs in the name of Cthulhu. Because we all know that Nyarlathotep is behind all the greed and corruption that afflicts us today. Feel free to spread that rumor when talking about the church. Maybe it will help our street cred. Next, the Cosmic Church of Cthulhu. I don't know if it was anything we said, but one day a switch was flipped inside of her, and one of our priestesses just started going off on everyone. How none of us were worthy of Cthulhu, and she was the only true voice of the Great Old One. So she got booted out. I guess she started a group about the fairy world earlier in February of 2019. We kicked her out at the end of that year, and on December 26, 2019, she changed the name of her fairy group to the Cosmic Church of Cthulhu, which also appears to have been inactive pretty much the whole time. No one joined. Next we have the First United Church of Cthulhu in Exile. Formed on 12/31/2020 by an excommunicated alcoholic priest. He was from Belarus and he was a great contributor to the group. Lots of great conversations, but the spirits got the best of him, and he descended into a world of drunken madness. He started posting endless political tirades about the demonic leaders of his country, and just would not stop, despite being asked multiple times. So he got kicked out as well. That's when he went and started the first United Church of Cthulhu in exile. Funny thing is, Dave Otto joined the group just to see what that guy was up to, and after being inactive for pretty much its whole existence, the guy deleted his account after making Dave the admin over there. How funny is that? There is also a second United Church of Cthulhu that apparently broke away from us on August 5th, 2021. Never even knew about this schism until recently. Here's a video of their crowning of their pope. She had gotten ordained with us the year prior on May 15th, 2020.
If anybody's been wondering where I've been, well, a couple weeks ago, I unexpectedly became the leader of a fringe mythos group that decided to break away from the main group for First United Church of Cthulhu. So that's right, bitches. I'm the Pope now.
Originally, it was the Ohio Valley Witching House, then changed its name to Ohio Valley House of Witchcraft, then on July 23rd, 2021, changed again to the Second United Church of Cthulhu. It's basically just her personal page. She hasn't posted since February. I was gonna ask her sarcastically, how's it been going for you? But then I noticed no one has replied to her posts at all. And the last time one was even liked was back on May 9th, 2022. And it wasn't even a Cthulhu post. So I kind of felt bad for her and just didn't comment anything. Jekyll, ironically named enough, is another priest and admin. He was running the Southern Appalachia chapter and created our first Discord on December 14th, 2021. It was my mistake that he never gave admin access to any of the rest of us, because eventually, a lot of the trolls and racist assholes that we kicked out of the Facebook group just moved over to the Discord server and started causing problems there. When I told Jekyll he needed to get rid of them or give me admin access so that I could do it, he refused. Instead, he just quit the church and deleted the Discord server. Wayne was a priest and admin, and also the head of another failed Pennsylvania chapter. I don't know what's going on up there. I have so many horror and musician friends in Pennsylvania, and there are so many activities going on, I don't know why we never caught on there. But I digress. Wayne did have some anger issues, and he had to be reprimanded several times. So it wasn't too surprising when this split occurred. He had been rather inactive after the elections, but was often irritated in his comments in the group. So at the beginning of February 2025, there was apparently a heated exchange between Wayne and another longtime member of the church. Accusations were made, and Wayne just quit. We have a zero politics rule in the group, but if you go to Wayne's page now, you can see that he has lost his fucking mind. I'm independent. I don't care how you vote. I think all our current American politicians deserve the French Revolution treatment, if you know what I mean. But Wayne has contracted TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. He's gone off the deep end. His wall is nothing but political post after political post all day long, non-stop. He is not well. But when you run a cult based on chaos and madness, I guess these things are bound to happen. A few weeks later, our other priest and admin left on February 21st, 2025, in his own rambling, babbling outrage post. He had also been running our second, also failed, Discord server. So there's not going to be any more of these things. Fuck. There are multiple possible reasons he left, but I think it was because I had to correct his behavior on the Discord, and he got butthurt that it was in front of the other 8 people in the public forum instead of in a private message. But the reason he was reprimanded for was because he was informed about another Discord member sending harassing DMs to another member. He wouldn't tell me the nature of those messages, and he wouldn't kick him out. But instead of just kicking him out, he made a new rule stating that no one is allowed to message other members without permission. I told him to remove it immediately because that makes us look like fucking idiots. Because the first thing that happens in a lot of cults is they begin to control who their members are allowed to talk to. And I'm not having any of that bullshit. So after a couple weeks of stewing about it, he finally created an excuse in his mind to go off on me and Dave and quit. But of course, he kicked us out of the Discord first and said he was keeping it for his own. That's fine. He can play king shit to the 8 peasants over there. He's not a liability worth having. So aside from the other 2 church founders who drop in from time to time, it's just me and Dave. But Facebook is slowly dying as people abandon the platform, and they don't promote groups anymore like they used to. So it's been rather calm. Kind of a nice, peaceful break from the 11 years of madness. But this is just the beginning of a new era for the First United Church of Cthulhu. It's just the calm before the storm, and we are going to lean into it like never before. I'll cover that in another video about the future of the church. So be sure to subscribe for more horror, occult, and Lovecraft madness. Until next time, Cthulhu FUCC.IT.